Have you noticed the creeping physical panic you feel the exact moment you put your phone down and are left entirely alone with your thoughts? You have been conditioned to fear the quiet. Social platforms and the culture at large profit directly from keeping you in a state of constant reaction. They trap you in a cycle of herd morality, where you feel you must always be available, always respond, and always explain yourself to the people around you. The 19th century philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche identified a fatal flaw in this constant noise. He realized that the moment you open your mouth to frantically defend your ideas, you place yourself at a massive disadvantage. Instead of fighting for attention, Nietzsche proposed the path of the Übermensch, or the Overman. By applying his framework, we can build a three-step protocol using strategic silence to neutralize manipulators and establish psychological authority in any room. Executing this will cause you extreme social discomfort. But letting go of your need to be seen as nice and accommodating is the only way to stop living as a domesticated pawn. Step 1 begins the next time you are in a high-pressure interaction. Someone directly challenges your competence, questions your motives, or deliberately provokes you. Your immediate, conditioned reflex will be a burning desire to defend yourself. Your brain will suggest that you open your mouth and start a sentence with "but" or "I just mean." At that precise second, you must actively close your mouth. Clamp your jaw shut if necessary. You are going to categorically refuse to justify your position. When you do this, you will experience an intense spike of anxiety. Your ego thrives on being understood, and it fights back hard against this suppression. If you give in and speak up to clarify your intent, you validate the aggressor's authority. By answering their provocation, you step onto their battlefield on their terms, and you automatically lose. That sharp internal resistance is the friction of your mind reclaiming the energy it usually gives away. This is the moment you stop being a passenger to your own impulses and start operating under your own command. Now that your own impulse to react is suppressed, step 2 is to shift your focus completely outward. Lock unbroken eye contact onto the person speaking to you. You are going to adopt a hunter's mindset. This means deliberately shutting down the internal monologue that is busy drafting your comeback. You are no longer listening to understand the substance of their argument. You are listening to actively hunt for the cracks in their armor, their emotional contradictions and hidden fears. Watch closely, and you will start to see their physical tells. As they realize they are getting no feedback, they will start fidgeting, repeating statements, or raising their voice to mask their growing panic. You will quickly notice that what initially looked like intimidating arrogance is actually a thin disguise for deep-seated insecurity. Nietzsche defined this as self-overcoming. By refusing the petty urge to react, you stop being a participant in their drama and become the one defining the terms of the encounter. Simply by watching and listening without any intent to reply, you strip the aggressor of their intimidating aura and expose them for what they truly are: fragile and completely reactive. Step 3 requires perfect timing. At the exact second the aggressor finishes speaking and waits for your response, you do absolutely nothing. Master time by letting the pause stretch on indefinitely. Maintain cold, unblinking eye contact as the silence builds the tension in the room. The physiological effect on your opponent is severe. Your silence triggers their amygdala, filling their mind with paranoia because they cannot predict your move. Watch them physically crumble under the quiet, anxiously over-explaining to fill the void. You must not break eye contact or offer a nervous smile to relieve the pressure for them. Hold your ground. Your unbroken silence functions as a physical barrier. It acts as an overwhelming, destabilizing wall of absolute authority. The weaponized pause inverts the power dynamic of the interaction. You go from being a defensive target to the undisputed gravitational center of the room. You have now seen the result of the protocol in real time. Without uttering a single word, you have forced a manipulator to hear their own voice and defeat their own empty arguments. Reclaiming your mental space in this way marks the death of your submissive, domesticated self. It is the end of living entirely under the expectations of others. Now it is time to take radical responsibility for your own mind. Make a public affirmation of your new mindset. Scroll down to the comments right now and type exactly this: I choose the silence that commands respect. We have only analyzed a single social interaction. The next video will expand on these principles, helping you build a mindset that no longer relies on external approval